They think they could say anything because I'm a nice person and I'm accessible. Yeah. So they get to they F around and find out the real deal once they do.
But 15 and 22, damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation, because he has a history. Like if you look at even Beyonce, he was in his 30s and Beyonce was barely 19.
Now you out here talking about Matthew and how he cheated on you for 31 years and you stayed off 31 years, and that's why Beyonce staying off 31 years with her husband. He can cheat with children. She don't give a damn.
Like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, trying to get a gag order and trying to. If my thing is, if this is not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you did dodge it and whatever, to me, I don't know. I think his mom was underage or something when he was born, so I think that's probably.
Tina Knowles is out here losing it, allegedly threatening Jay-Z's rumored son, Rymir, like she's in some mob movie. Word is, she told him point blank, "You're gonna regret ever coming for this family." Yeah, it just got real.
They definitely don't want it out there. I would say that. It's crazy to me. I'm not asking for no money or nothing. I'm not asking for no handouts or nothing like that. I work every day. I take care of my family. Only thing I'm asking for
According
is...
to Rymir, the moment he started publicly calling out Jay-Z, the threats started rolling in. He says he's been getting creepy phone calls, had strangers pop up at his place in the middle of the night for no less than someone even tried to set him up by planting a gun in his ride. And now, out of nowhere, Beyonce's mama Tina Knowles jumped into the chaos. She allegedly had her people reach out to Rymir, warning him to stop speaking on Jay's name. But fans are not here for it. They're calling out Tina for riding harder for her cheating son-in-law than she ever did for her own daughter's peace of mind. Like, seriously, why is Tina always the one capping for Jay-Z and attacking anyone who dares to question him? It's honestly wild that she's threatening Rymir instead of checking the man who keeps humiliating her daughter. So now the real question is, who's telling the truth? Tina, Jay-Z, or Rymir?
Just a really smart guy, very smart and very charming and a good person.
But you're Beyonce's mom. Did you ever sit him down when you knew they were getting serious and say, "Listen, Jay-Z, here's the scoop. You better treat her with love and kindness and respect"?
I never had to do that because he told me that he told me those things, that he loved her and that he would treat her well.
A leaked phone call between Tina Knowles and a member of her team just hit the internet, and although it got scrubbed quick, multiple outlets picked up the tea. In the clip, Tina allegedly called Rymir a problem that needs to go away. And it gets messier. She reportedly said if he doesn't shut his mouth, she'll make sure he regrets ever crossing this family. But she didn't stop there. Tina also brought up sealing court records and even hinted at having connections in Jersey. Yep, the same place where Rymir's been battling legal drama for years. At one point, she even said he doesn't know who he's playing with. We shut it down once. We'll shut it down again. This came right after Jay-Z filed new legal docs claiming Rymir has been harassing him for years with made-up accusations. According to Us Weekly, Jay's lawyers say Rymir's new lawsuit is just the latest chapter in a long campaign of harassment towards Sean Carter. The docs read, "These fabricated claims have already been rejected in multiple courts, and Rymir, Satterthwaite's ongoing disregard of those rulings has led to a contempt order." But let's be real, the one who's been dragged through hell this whole time is Rymir. And now with Tina hopping in and allegedly making threats, it just proves the pressure he's been under. Now don't worry, we're coming back to Miss Tina in a second. But first, you need to hear how Rymir nearly lost his life just for speaking Jay-Z's name. Yup, it got that serious. Rymir and his guardian, Dr. Lily Coley, appeared on the Hip Hop News Uncensored podcast and revealed that shortly after filing that paternity suit and requesting a DNA test, Rymir was actually shot.
Somewhere in September, he was in the parking lot with other people near where he's at living now. And out of all the cars there, his was the only one shot up. So we believe that was a nexus or a connection, I believe, between the case.
But it didn't stop there. Lily said that once Rye filed the lawsuit, strange people started popping up at her doorstep, clearly trying to intimidate her. She made it clear this battle isn't just about Jay-Z anymore. It's about standing up for everyday people who get crushed by the rich and powerful.
In addition to that, we've had people come to my home in the past driving on the grass. We have people knocking on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been through all of it, mostly around the filing time. So this is a bigger picture than this. We want to try to make a difference with the Pro Se Act or the Legal Abuse Act, bringing new legislation and trying to sit down at the table with the lawmakers to make a difference. In addition to the fact, because, you know, like you said before, Mr. Carter might not never do anything, and I'm sure he probably won't, but it ain't about him. This is about the system allowing things to happen that were very agreed and put our lives at stake in some regards. So I just wanted to say that that's what another reason why we were still going to the criminal stuff for the second time. This time the prosecutor's office locally did get involved, but everything is slow moving and things are happening, and you know, it's corruption going on. The law says in New Jersey that if the person who resists to take the test is presumed the father, that's what the law says. Here in New Jersey, anybody who don't want to do it and go away from doing it or prevents from doing it is presumed the father. So right now he's presumed the father.
But the harassment didn't end there. Former Roc-A-Fella artist Oschino recently came forward backing Rhy, and he dropped a bombshell someone allegedly tried to set Rhy up by planting a gun in his car. Yeah, they really went that far. According to Oschino, Jay-Z actually tried to throw money at Rhy to shut him up. But when Rhy didn't take the bait, that's when things started to get dark and dangerous.
His alleged son?
No. If you talk to him personally, that's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. You know what I think his son? First of all, Jay-Z offered him money. At first he offered him bread, like, and everything, but his aunt, this is like his caretaker didn't like approve of it. She said, no, you know, Jay-Z got a lien on her house and all type of shit that was going on. Yeah, the lady put up paperwork and everything with his name on it and all that. I mean, but young boy's so thorough though, he just wanted dad. He not trying to get no money, he not trying to do none of that. I mean, that's why, but something happened to him and I was like, yo, that sound kind of weird. He said he was coming out from work, going to work, and it was a gun in his car. Like when he opened the door, he seen the gun. He said he went to go like, call his man, like, yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His man's like, no. He said, why you on the phone talking to his man? The cops pull up and lock him up. He said, he told the cops, no, that's not my guns. Like, so he went in the building he was in and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car.
Oh.
And pulled off. I said, bro, I don't know nobody in the hood that got guns to just waste like that to do that. I don't know what. He's like, yeah, you know, so like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, like trying to get a gag order.
And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Oschino also confirmed the long-standing rumors about Rymir's late mother, Wanda. He said she was only 15 years old when Jay allegedly got her pregnant. Let that sink in.
If my thing is, if this is not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you did dodging and whatever, to me, I don't know. I think his mom was underage or something when he was born, so I think that's part. Yeah, I think that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
But like I said again, it's not the same as now.
But is his mom still alive?
No, she died.
Huh.
She was 15 when she had him.
Oh. How old was Jay?
Like 20 something, I guess.
Oh.
Like 20, probably.
So now you see why it's absolutely wild that Jay-Z is trying to flip the script and paint Rymir as the one doing the harassing. All the man asked for was a DNA test. That's it. And let's be real, Rhy wasn't out here chasing clout or pulling stunts for the cameras. He did everything by the book, went through the legal system, and still ended up getting shot after the lawsuit made headlines. And we can't ignore the fact that Jay-Z's got the kind of power that can quietly close doors, delay court cases for years, and financially drain anyone who dares to challenge him. In fact, Rhy even accused Jay of using that power to twist the justice system. He filed a lawsuit claiming that Jay lied under oath, saying he didn't own any property in New Jersey just so the court would think it didn't have jurisdiction. But Rhy's team clapped back with actual property deeds and tax documents showing Jay-Z's name loud and clear. The same lawsuit also calls out 6 judges who Rhy believes conspired with Sean Carter, repeatedly claiming he had no property in the state. And it doesn't stop there. Once Rhy began speaking out about all the injustice, he faced someone allegedly shot at his car. The legal filing details how both Rhy and his guardian, Dr. Coley, were being followed by unknown people, cars pulling up on their lawn at a M like something straight out of a thriller. Rhy is convinced all of this was orchestrated by people connected to Jay-Z. Now, he's suing both the courts and the judges involved, saying they violated his constitutional rights. So yeah, Rymir already has a mountain to deal with. The last thing he needs is Bianchi's mama diving into the mess and making threats. Tina inserting herself into this? Already weird. But what makes it even weirder is just how hard she goes to defend Jay-Z. Like, it's giving ride or die energy, but for her son-in-law. Even after he publicly cheated on her daughter and dragged Bianca through the mud, Tina was out here posting sweet captions about him and calling his cheating a mistake. It honestly feels like Tina rides harder for Jay-Z than she ever did for her own daughter. And now hearing she might be threatening a man just for asking for a paternity test? That's not just messy, it's straight up disturbing. But Tina going full bodyguard for Jay-Z isn't even the wildest part. Some insiders are dropping claims that take this mess to another level. And one of the loudest voices, Jaguar Wright, she's been sounding off about Tina's strange loyalty to Jay for a while now. Jaguar says Tina practically pushed a young Bianca into Jay-Z's arms and didn't just allow it, she orchestrated it. According to her, Tina was so infatuated with Jay that once he showed interest in Bey, she started nudging her daughter to say yes. And here's the bombshell: Jaguar even hinted that Tina might have had something going on with Jay-Z before he and Bianca ever got serious.
Are you saying Tina, Jay-Z?
I'm saying it's all in the family.
What?
That's why Solange so terrible. Because Solange ain't going for it. She's the real talent. She's the one with real integrity.
And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, fans pointed out that after Tina finalized her divorce from Richard Lawson last year, she allegedly made him sign an NDA that straight up bars him from ever speaking negatively about Jay-Z. Like, seriously? What did she think Richard was gonna spill? What did he see while spending time around the Carter clan? But here's where it gets even crazier. Tina didn't just turn a blind eye to the massive age gap between Jay and Bianca. She also ignored the fact that when they first got together, Jay was literally on probation for stabbing someone. Yup, Jay-Z was charged with stabbing executive Lance Rivera, pled guilty to third-degree assault, and was sentenced to 3 years probation. But hold up, that's not the only skeleton in Miss Tina Knowles' closet. Did you know she was actually accused of making colorist remarks about the dark-skinned girls in Bianca's original group, Girls Time? According to their vocal coach, David Lee Brewer, Tina once referred to Ashley Tamar Davis as being too big, dark, and ugly. Let that sink in.
Came back to my apartment to tell me that I had made the right decision. She told me it was just as well. Now, I don't know if I want to read this part because this is what she said to me, and it's really nasty. And this is a direct quote. Ashley is talented, but she is so big. She towers over the other girls, and she is too dark and ugly.
So, if we're being honest, Tina really has zero moral high ground to be coming for Rymir like this. But oh, it gets juicier. Just when you thought Tina couldn't get any more shady, she turned her attention to Nicki Minaj, all because Nicki showed love to Rymir and dared to share her own experience with Jay-Z. Here's how it all went down. It all started after 50 Cent shared a screenshot of a headline about Rye's lawsuit, and can somebody help me with this one? What does this man want? He is a 34-year-old man. There is no back child support. Why exactly does he want? But we're all thinking the same thing. That is his nose. Lol captioned it, and then Nicki shared a screenshot of 50 E's post saying, "Oh, is this why he was trending the other day? I don't know. I hope all is well. To God be the glory." Now, in case you missed it, Nicki has been dragging Jay-Z on social media for weeks and claiming that Roc Nation is about to get hit with RICO any day now. And just like clockwork, Tina Knowles jumped right back into the drama to defend Jay-Z. This time, she reposted a fan-made video of her and Bianca to her Instagram story, but it was the caption that had folks raising eyebrows. A lot of people are convinced it was slick shade aimed directly at Nicki Minaj and her recent unfiltered posts online. Tina wrote, "Good morning. It feels good to wake up knowing my faves didn't lose their minds like some people. Y'all have a great day. Remember to ignore the ignorance." As Miss Tina would say, Tina later tried to clean it up, claiming that the post wasn't aimed at Nicki or anyone in particular. But fans aren't buying it. Between Tina throwing shade at anyone who questions Jay-Z and now allegedly threatening Rye just for wanting to know who his real father is, people are over it. But here's what mainstream outlets won't tell you. Some folks online are now calling Tina a full-blown witch who's been intimidating and stalking people for years. One user on X said, "A Creole witch who's obsessed with living through her daughter. Maybe she should focus on why all her marriages keep failing." And another didn't hold back, posting, "Tina Knowles inserting herself into this is beyond pathetic. Where was she when Jay-Z was out here humiliating Bianca? Where was she during all those so-called sacrifices? She's evil. That whole family is dark and demonic. And speaking of demonic, someone else just came forward claiming both Tina and Jay-Z are deep into the dark arts. And trust is even creepier than you think.